Hi everyone. In the last session, we understand about what are the Python built-in keyword and how we can use those keyword in our program. And also, we learned that we should not use inbuilt keyword as a variable name because if you are going to use it, it will throw some exception. In this session, we will understand what is the data type, why we need it, and what kind of data type available in the Python. So from video outline, we can see that we will see the introduction to the data types, the importance of data types in programming, the basic data types like we have integers, floating point numbers, strings, boolean, and the advanced data types we have list, tuples, set, dictionaries, type conversion, and in the last we will see some practical example for each data type. So let's go with the definition about the data type. So data types are a classification of data which tell the compiler or interpreter how the programmer intend to use the data. They determine the types of operation that can be performed on the data, the values that the data can take, and the amount of memory needed to store the data. Why we need data type? Because the data type ensure that the data is stored in efficient way. They help in performing the correct operation on the data, and proper use of data type can prevent the error and bug in the program. So let's see. We have this data type. We will see that short description of each data type. So if you want to store the text type information like name or some paragraph or the detail like employee name, address, these things. So for that we have to use the data type is called string, and for the sequence of Unicode character. Next one we have the numeric data type. Numeric data type like that generally we have seen that all the information like if you want to store like employee ID, that is integer number, that salary that can be happy, that can be a integer or floating numbers. And there are one more data type in the Python is called a complex. So I think many of you have, and in your college or school you have read about the algebra. In the algebra we have seen the and in the engineering also we have, in the mathematics session you have see and read about the complex number. And the complex number is, it is a combination of real number and imaginary number. So we can see like we have the data type like numeric data type, integer, float, and complex numbers. Next, it is coming by that sequence data type. So sequence data type means like whatever the information we store, it generally comes in the sequential format. Like suppose we have some information, want to store the number from 1 to 10, so it is a sequential number, right? Like from 1 to 10. So integer. So list, first data type is a list. List is a mutable. Mutable means whatever the information we are storing in the list, that information we can update based on the index number of that value in the list. Second one is coming immutable data type. Immutable means like whenever we are define the data, once we define the data, the value of that data type we cannot change it. So tuple is that immutable data type. Second one is the range is like it is a it is just it is also kind of work as a function. So in the function, in the range we pass some value, integer value from a specific range, and using some loops we can print the numbers. So I will show you each example for each data types. The next one is the mapping. Mapping means like here we map the key and value pair data. So for that dictionary is a mapping data type that stores that information in key value pair. The next one is a set. Set is a mutable, unordered, unique element. Means I think many of you aware about that sets in our school and in colleges that set store the information and it do not contain any duplicate element. Whatever the information stored in the data set is unique. And the next one is a Trojan set, which is immutable. Coming to that next data type is Boolean. So we have Boolean means like in other way we can see like 0 and 1, but for that correct representation we use true and false. So either the value will be true or false. So that is Boolean. Next one is the binary type. So we have byte array, memory view for handling the binary data, and the next one is the none type. None type means it is representing the value means whatever if we are we define any variable and if we assigning the none value, that means the variable will exist but there won't be any data type. Data will be stored on that variable. So from this diagram we can see this like Python data type like numbers. Numeric data type we have as we seen above, like integer, float, and complex. Pool data type is true and false. Sequence data type is string, list, and tuple. Mapping data type we have dictionary, and set data type we have set and frozen set. So let's see the example of the data type using programs. So here now the last section we are going to do some practical example and we will see also the type conversion. So I will take the first example of integer. So integer, like as we see the number numeric number 1 2 3, and that is the data type. So I'm just suppose I have I want to store that detail of 10 employees. We can just see emp size is equal to 10. So, what if someone asks, how will you verify that whether this data type is an integer, float, or sequence number? So, for that, just you have to print type. Type is a inbuilt function in the Python, and if you run it, it will display the data type here. So we can see the class integer. So that is means is emp size has stored the integer data type. Coming to the float data type, that same things we can see, like suppose the salary of employee. I have stored like something 2000. That means this is a float number, float data type. How will we verify? We have to call the same function type salary, and we can see the class is float. That means it is a float data type. And the last one is that we can see the complex number. So let's see. I'll show this is that int data type float data type, and the last one we can see the complex. So we can implement this complex data type into either we can use create a class and create and we can convert that imaginary element in the complex format. Either we can use the inbuilt method for this complex number. So I'll tell you I will just use store is equal to complex and I will give number like 2 comma 4. And now if you print it, you will see the type and print rest. So if you we run it, sorry, it's a complex, sorry. Yeah. So we can see we pass this number 2 and 4 in this complex method, and it has returned that complex number data type in this format like integers and imaginary number format, and the type here can see it is a complex. Now let's next move to the second data type is bool. So as we see that bool means boolean variable, like either it should be true or false, 0 or 1. So I'm just saying where we can see it, like where you need like if you want to check the conditional statement, and you think that and you have requirement, if your condition is matching, then your program should run. If your condition not matching, it should not run. Or your some statement you wanted to print it, and your requirement is the particular condition is matching, then or your statement should be printing. If it not matching, your statement should not print it. So how it will? I'm just checking. Like I have given some one variable, and I have resigned here true, and I want that if my flag, if the flag value is true, then I want that it should print like this is a bull boolean data type, and else it should print this is not a boolean data type. So let's see, because I have set this flag as true, so it will print the first value. So this flag is equal to true. Yeah. So we can see that if our flag is matching because it's true, so we can see that this is a boolean data type. Suppose I'm just changing that boolean to some other like I'm just checking false. False means I have. I'm just checking if it is true. So it will print this one. This is boolean. If I'm just changing this value some other format like this, so we'll see. This is not a boolean data type because it is not matching this condition. I'm at, this flag is expecting that it true, but it has signs some integers value which is not matching. So that's why it's not a boolean data type. Hope you understand this point. Even I just check it false here. I am just given false. So flag is not equal to true. So it is saying this is not a boolean data type. Or I can just see it. I just match it false. Now you will see. that this is a Boolean data type. Either this is a flag, we can also assign 1 or 0. So I'm just checking 1 here. If it is a flag, see, it is printing. If I'm just checking 0, now we will see the else condition is running. So that means either we can use it true or false or 0 or 1. So true is 1, false is 0. Moving to the next data type, string, list, and tuples. Let's see.